So hey guys, it's me, 80s Room for Four. Today, guys, we are joined by a special guest, Kule Alcared, and today we'll be discussing about the Spain national team. So let me ask you, Kule, how are you? Are you excited for Spain in this World Cup?
Whew. I'm super excited because first of all, I think Spain has a very interesting squad, but and for me, it's mainly the reason why I'm very excited for Spain is because they have that togetherness, that teamwork, that team spirit that everyone is sharing the pressure. Everyone believes that they can do it together. And for me, the guy that is making the team function together and everyone is willing to give 110% is Luis Enrique. And for me, I'm super excited to see what happens with this Spain national team. You saw how amazing they were in the Euros. Young players started to come out and just absolutely killing it. Players like Gavi, Pedri, Ansu. I, I wish Ansu Fati, yeah, he was injured, but when he started off as in the national team, he was amazing. You have you have Rodri, you have Laporte, you have a whole, yeah, you have the goalkeeper. I don't remember his name.
Unai Simon.
Unai Simon, yeah, him. And for me, I haven't seen the full lineup, the squad that Luis Enrique is gonna choose for the World Cup or for any Nations League tournament. But I'm very curious. There's a lot of Barcelona players, some from Atletico, some from Manchester City. Um, but the guy that will inspire these players to go all out for Spain is Luis Enrique, and this is the guy for me that that I would love. Like let's say if Xavi doesn't work out, which is I would love Luis Enrique as a manager because he has that thing about him, that confidence that he just brings into you, man. Like he makes you believe in the team that you're supporting, and I like that. I like that about managers. And for me, like the players aren't all that good, but the manager finds a way to get the best out of every single one of them. And there are certain players that just are extremely different for their country when they're playing at their club. And for me, that's Busquets. Under Luis Enrique, Busquets is different. Under Pedri is different as well. Same thing, Xavi has done the same thing with these players as well, but I think Luis Enrique gets a bit more out of them. There's also for me, my expect for me, I'm really hoping they go far. You know what? Even try to go and win it. Because they have competed with the best. I've seen these guys face France, and I've seen they've held their own against teams like that, and they know how to suffer. They know how to get a result. They have pretty almost all their players are basically average. Some of them, but when they're representing their country, they become like 10 out of 10,
Yeah,
every single one of them.
yeah,
So
cool. Yeah,
I'm
cool.
very excited. Yeah, I'm very excited for Spain, the national team. Luis Enrique, he's had a couple of rough years with the whole daughter and stuff. So I'm wishing him the best with this team. And I'm betting that but I'm betting that he's gonna bring an excellent lineup and an excellent squad.
Yeah, cool. Let me ask you a question here. One of the biggest criticisms I've heard about Spain national team is that they're always set with one style, and if this style doesn't work,
Mhm,
they don't do well. They're very much possession based. And
mhm,
while I do kind of understand their point, and they do kind of have a valid point, because like I say, if your possession football doesn't work, you should probably have a plan B,
mhm.
and that kind of thing. How do you think they could combat that? And do you think that'll be a problem for them in this World Cup? There will be too much into their style.
Nah. It wasn't really. It has never been an issue. Actually, is their style of play is what is actually the best thing for their It's actually the best thing for them because everyone saw Spain at the Euros. Their main issue was a striker. They didn't have that clinical finisher. Like if they had Ansu Fati with them, I believe that they could have actually won this damn Euros. And the
Wow.
thing is, they had Morata as their center forward. You know how many sitters this guy was missing. Not only that, he was missing penalties, and the thing is, they need that clinical striker, man, because creating chances for Spain is not an issue, and is uh, with the whole style of play, the only region in Spain that is complaining about possession football is Madrid. The media in Madrid, they do not like possession football. They want something different, but for them, they can go and go cry somewhere else because possession football was what gave them that World Cup and those couple of Euros, whether they like it or not.
Yeah.
And so this is the most effective style of play for the World Cup, in my opinion. And with these players, I think they can pull it off. I'm with Luis Enrique guiding them, giving them instructions, letting them believe that this is the way to do it.
Yeah, I know.
Um,
And
and
also,
this is a developing project, so it's crazy to see how much Luis Enrique can get the best out of them. So for me, it's beautiful. I love seeing a young developing
yeah.
national team.
And you know what's interesting because when people say possession, it's not the same possession as it was 10 years ago. This possession is very different to the one I think they used 10 years ago. Like this is like a hybrid. You know how Pep Guardiola is doing a possession-based football at Manchester City. It's not the same exact thing at Barca. Things have changed. Things have developed over time, and now teams are using more fullbacks more than ever, and
Yes.
teams are
Like,
more
like, like,
using
like
center forwards.
Luis Enrique loves to stretch the pitch as much as he can. He has pretty similar tactics to the likes of Xavi. But the thing is that Xavi at Barcelona, he's very limited to the players he have. He'll have a specific key players, but then the thing is with Luis Enrique, he has the whole Spain, Spain players all over the world, so he can pick whatever winger, whatever midfielder he likes, and he can choose whatever player he wants. Hence why he gets the best of the players he picks for his specific style, and that's what I like a lot from Luis Enrique. A lot of people are very surprised that Spain has looked so dangerous and so good. But the thing is, the main issue for Spain is just that finishing. They need a clinical
Yeah, I agree
striker.
with you. Yeah, because
Whew. If they can get that number nine,
yeah.
I'm telling you, they're gonna be dangerous.
Yeah, because I remember in the Euros they played really well. Like I remember against like Italy they played so well, and it was just their finishing that let them down. And for me, Italy were like
Uh,
very average for most of the game. Like Italy were not very good in the game. They just kind of held on, and their defense kind of held
like,
back
like
as well.
them, bro. Busquets and Pedri, like they did they did how what can I use the word? They did like a festival, like they just went insane, bro. Both of them, especially Busquets. Busquets was the one who was frightening me
They
because he
destroyed
was
Italy's midfield, man. Barella,
yeah, he
Verratti,
destroyed is single handedly destroyed him on Verratti and everyone in that midfield.
Jorginho as
And I was
well.
like,
Man.
damn, Busquets. I thought you were finished.
Yeah, and I
And
remember.
that's when I realized that Busquets has been utilized very wrong. We weren't using him the right way under the previous managers. And I was like, Luis Enrique, bro, thank you for showing me that Busquets have a couple of years left,
Yeah,
in him. And then the thing is, Xavi as well has used him this. For me, this is why I like Xavi, and people don't give him credit. He used Busquets at his best position. Busquets is one of our best performers, but unfortunately, like the midfield around him are very inconsistent, like De Jong and Gavi. And the thing is, it is what it is with the situation that Barcelona is in. But with Spain, Busquets has a large amount of midfielders that he can rely on. And because the World Cup is a long tournament, if Busquets tends to get tired, then we can do a substitution with Rodri, who for me is another player that's pretty similar to him, but
yeah,
he's very young and energetic.
yeah. Speaking of those players, I think now is a good time to transition to the squad.
Mhm.
Let's start with goalkeepers first. So, who would you How many goalkeepers do you think Enrique is going to call up for the World Cup?
Like this is basically two or three. I think three because you never know what can happen in the World
Yeah,
Cup. So you get three there just in case. Defenders, I think he's definitely gonna bet on Eric Garcia. I know a lot of my fellow
wait.
Spaniards
Hold on,
out
hold on.
there.
Let's start. Let's finish goalkeepers first before we move to other positions. So, who are the three goalkeepers you have?
Uh, Unai Simon. I actually think that David De Gea should come back. He's been good. Manchester United should probably bring him back just as an emergency. I wouldn't put him on a starter. And the third goalkeeper is Iñaki Peña from Galatasaray, who has been called up to the Spain national team.
Ooh.
Um,
Yeah.
um, and then the thing is, no, it isn't Iñaki Peña. It's Tenas from
Yeah. I also heard
Barcelona B.
Brighton's goalkeeper, I think Robert Sanchez. I also heard he's been kind of getting some minutes there in between. So
Mm,
he might get called up for this World Cup. Um, because
who else?
remember
Who else?
for the World Cup you need like
Yeah,
experienced players. So I don't know if I don't know if you would bring Arnaud Tenes as like a third. He'll probably be third choice if he gets called up.
yeah.
So
It would be third choice.
yeah.
And then we have the defense. For me, Eric Garcia. I know people like insult him for his defensive issues, but yeah, it is what it is. I think he's a fantastic ball playing center back under Luis Enrique. So we also under Luis Enrique now under Xavi. He's very in club football. He's struggling a bit.
Wait, so
It
how
is
many
what
center
it
backs
is.
do you think
He's
is getting
young.
called up?
He's young. As Piliqueta has been utilized as a center back under
Yeah,
him.
wait, so how many center backs do you think is getting called up? Just give me like a number.
Laporte, him, Eric Garcia. Who else? There's a guy from Villarreal,
Pau Torres.
Paul Torres, who's been great as well. I forget the other name of another guy. I think it was from Atletico Madrid.
Athletic Club.
I think Athletic Club. There's an Atletico player. Yeah,
Yeah, I forgot his name.
I
I
don't.
think it's Iniago, I think.
I don't remember his name,
I
but
think it's
he's a center
Iniago
back though.
Martinez or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it's in Iniago Martinez. That's the player. Yep, that's the guy.
Hmm. That's the guy. That's the guy. Yeah, they're gonna bring him in. Oh, you know what? I have to criticize Luis Enrique for one thing in the Euros. He should have brought Diego Aspas. I don't know why doesn't he call him up?
Yeah, we'll talk
He's
about that later. Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
but
Oh, cool. Apparently, I heard something that I heard this is the rumor. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I heard apparently PK might come back to the national team just for one last World Cup.
god damn. Pique has been good for Barcelona. Not sure for the national team.
Yeah,
Maybe you can bring him on.
he's
Maybe for a
retired. Remember,
substitute.
he's retired.
Yeah, he's retired. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna come back. Nah,
Yeah. Oh yeah, we forgot Ramos. You think Ramos gonna get called up?
nah, well, nah. Him and Ramos. Should they bring him back? How good is he right now at
He's
his
not. He's not
age?
playing. I feel like what's gonna happen is this. I feel like Luis Enrique is gonna call Ramos, but he'll be like the last option because this is gonna be his
Yeah.
final World Cup, and remember he's one of the captains of the team. Remember,
Mhm.
so yeah. So let's look at how many center backs you got. Eric Garcia. Okay, who's gonna partner Eric Garcia? Who's the next partner you think is gonna happen?
I don't think Eric Garcia is gonna be a starter. I think it's gonna be them.
Oh,
They're gonna be Laporta and no, the next guy.
Pau Torres.
Paul Torres. Yeah, that has been his starting center back. See,
Okay.
bringing on Eric Garcia as a substitute. Eric
Yeah.
Garcia does well
Yeah, so
as a
Eric Garcia, I think will
substitute.
be substitute. Inigo Martinez, that's four, I guess. And then who's the last one we have? And then Iago Martinez. I guess that's five. Five center backs. That
Mhm.
seems probably, and maybe Ramos is the sixth one. So
Yeah.
yeah, though I think it was. I think that makes sense. I think that's enough center backs. But
Should we go for the left back now?
yeah, let's go to right back because we kind of skipped right back. Let's do full right back now.
Alright. Okay,
It's
right
gonna be
back, right
interesting.
back.
Oh, this is a tough one.
Damn. Alright, let's see. Sergio Roberto is gonna get called up for sure. which I don't want. He's gonna get called up. Who's another good right back from Spain?
Um,
Let me
Carvalho is probably gonna get called up.
who?
Carvalho.
Oh, Carvajal, yeah. He can be a fantastic option. We'll put him in there. He can be a starter as well.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah. Wait.
left back. I think.
Wait, cool. I sorry to
Uh,
interrupt you. I've also seen Luis Enrique. He's tried Marcus Llorente as a right back.
oh yes, I forgot Llorente.
Oh yeah, and
Yes, yes, he can
I forgot
play.
another player, Aspilicueta.
Oh yeah, that's pretty great. I can play right back as well.
Oh man,
Yeah,
this
but I
is.
didn't I say Aspilicueta as center back?
Oh
Yeah, I did
yeah, yeah,
say.
you did. But that's are we?
I did say as center back.
Yeah, wait. Let me go to center backs. Laporte, Torres, and then Eric Garcia, and then Iago Martinez, and then maybe he might not bring Ramos, and maybe he might bring Aspilicueta.
Bro, Aspilicueta can actually play both right back and center back. So
Yeah, maybe
he can play
maybe.
both positions.
Yeah, honestly, I think you should put in the right back. Are you really sure Sergio Roberto's gonna get called up?
Nah, he's not gonna get called up. I'm sorry. I think he can. He would normally because he brings out leadership, but then this area, of course, that those injuries cannot be trusted, man.
Yeah, he's been injured a lot for this
And
season.
we can't trust that. And Luis Enrique is not gonna take a chance, even though he brings a. Maybe he can bring him on he can bring him mainly for like leadership, just being in the
So
dressing
you're
room,
saying
hyping
that
up the
so you're saying that
players,
if
the
Roberto gets
youngsters.
called up, he'll be like the last option.
Who Ramos
No, 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 not
or
Ramos. Sergio
Sergio?
Roberto.
So Sergio Reda, yeah, he would be like a last option
Okay,
as
so
well.
let's go with the right back. So we got Carvajal, Aspilicueta.
Carvajal.
Do you think
Mhm.
Marcus Llorente get called up?
Yeah, Llorente is definitely gonna be called up.
Okay, so who's this? Who do you think is gonna be the starting right back?
I think Carvajal has earned his spot again. Due to how good he's been in the Champions League and
Yeah.
stuff. So he's definitely gonna earn his starting lineup. You got left back now, right?
Ooh,
Um,
yes.
this is a very good one. You got Marcos Alonso, Jordi Alba, and Jose Gaya. These are
Yeah.
the three that Spain loves to use. These three. Jordi Alba is gonna be a starter, of course, because for me, like he likes that type of left back that can get that nice cross and that overlapping run. Of course, he's lacking defensive qualities, but who cares? You have the defense at the back. You know, the defense at the back should be good enough between Laporta and Paul Torres. Or we can switch it up with a different Aspilicueta and the Paul no Paul Torres. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a pretty good for the left back. So it's covered with Jordi Alba, Alonso, and Jose Gaya.
Yeah.
Now
There's
in the
one other.
midfield,
There's one other left back, but I don't think he's gonna get called up.
all right, and the midfield.
Yeah.
This is a very interesting one. We
Ooh.
got
This might be the trickiest.
Rodri and Busquets as the DMs. I think when it comes to the DMs, Busquets is he's very hard to injure, so he can definitely he's Busquets would normally be an undisputed starter. Rodri right behind, and then central midfielder we have right central midfielder would be no Pedri doesn't he plays Gavi usually plays on the right center midfielder for Luis Enrique on the right hand side. Also, Thiago Alcantara will definitely be called back up again due to his increase in form with Liverpool. Yeah, so he can play on that side with Gavi. Both of them can interchange. Left center midfielder Pedri. We all know how good the kid is for his country.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, there's another midfielder. I think is that guy from Villarreal who
Uh,
had his son fantastic run. Um,
are you talking about Danny
is
Pereira?
he, well, what nationality is he?
Are you talking about Danny Pereira?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think he's Spain.
yeah, it's Spain. I think Pereiro can definitely make it back.
Oh
Oops,
yeah.
I got a call.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Let me see. Let me see who Spain called for the Nations League. That could really be a good indicator. For this. Let me look for my phone. I think Koke. I think Koke might get it starting. Might be. He'll probably get called up. I would imagine. Maybe Salva Noguez might get called up as well. Okay, where's Spain? Okay, let me look at the squad. So, in midfield, they have Carlos Soler, Busquets, Sarabia, Koke, Alcantara, Rodri, Gavi, Dani Olmo, Marcus Llorente. Those are players that have been called up, it seems. So, yeah,
Right,
I
I'm
think.
back. I'm back. I'm back. 80, 80, 80. I'm back.
All
So
right.
we got Pedri. Right. Thiago Alcantara, Gavi are the right midfielders. Pedri,
Yeah, I think Pedri's gonna be a
maybe
starter.
the guy that Pedri is definitely a starter. And they have to. Pedri's a starter. Gavi will not be a starter.
Yeah, I don't think
He's
Gavi's gonna
gonna come
start.
from the bench. So I would love to see a Thiago Alcantara and Pedri partnership. So
Ooh.
that shit would be fucking. I'm sorry for my cursing. That shit would be amazing. So but bring them or bring both of them on. It's not gonna be. Pedri can provide the cover. He can press and he runs a lot. Very creative. Makes the perfect pass. Thiago Alcantara loves those through balls. Diagonal pass. He controls the tempo. It can be a very good when it comes to possession football. And if we need that extra explosive energy to penetrate the attack, we bring on Gavi because Gavi is very explosive and very
Yeah.
aggressive.
I feel like
Um,
I feel like for me, Gavi, I think he'd be a bench player. I could see maybe Luis Enrique maybe trying out Marcus Llorente and Pedri and
mhm,
Busquets, but
yeah.
yeah, or maybe Koke as well. I don't really think
Mhm,
Koke gives you much though. That's the issue.
yeah.
So this is tough. And Danny Olmo, you could also maybe put in there, but I feel like he's better as a. I feel like Luis Enrique will try more as a winger than as a center mid.
I don't think Saul is gonna be called up. Like you have to be fair. Like for my fellow brother, well did he, bro? Saul has been really terrible, bro. So, sorry to say that.
Yeah. So wait, how,
Saul not good enough.
wait, so how many players in the midfield we're gonna? You think he's gonna call up? Let's try to count.
Um, it, it should be Pedri no, we can put Llorente in the midfield. So Pedri, Llorente, Gavi, Thiago Alcantara,
Five,
Busquets, and Rodri.
six. So yeah, six players, I guess.
Okay,
All right.
right
Now
there.
time for the front three. Probably the most difficult.
So Ansu Fati is gonna be back, and I believe that this kid is gonna explode in that World Cup. It's
We,
gonna be his moment.
will he
So we're
start?
gonna put yes, he should be able to be fully fit, fully active because he should be for me. Ansu Fati is not gonna be a left winger. He's gonna be a striker. This is for me. He should be Spain striker. And with the midfielder that's gonna be available, they're definitely gonna create space for him. He's definitely gonna put the ball behind the net. But Ansu Fati, bro, there's gonna be a lot of expectation in your shoulder, bro. So I'm expecting you to have that mentality that we all want you to have. I believe that this kid has mentality to
Now time for the
to carry
wingers.
that burden. Now, right wing,
Oh, I was gonna.
Ferran Torres. Ferran
I
Torres
knew
is
you were
that
gonna.
is gonna be a starter. I know people like to shit on this guy, but unfortunately, me using tactical awareness, watching this guy at his best, he's very good off the ball. He's not he's more of an intelligent type of like he has good movement, and he creates occasion for goal.
Yeah, I think he's been better for Spain than Barca, from what I've
Yeah,
seen.
so I don't think Ferran Torres is a bad player. Actually, I like what he has to offer, but of course, bro, with a horrible squad, like everyone playing really badly, like it infects everyone. Then you
Yeah,
know,
let's go to left
it
winger.
infects everything. So left winger, we have Dani Olmo. He can play as a winger,
Yeah.
and we have I think Brian Gill might actually could make a return. He has
Ooh.
been called up in the first. He has been called up in the first team, in his first Spain. He has been called up before. We got Dani Olmo. Him. Oh, we also have Morata as a backup striker. We have to bring him in.
Yeah.
Even though I get he is a brick at finishing, but he he actually has this super sub mentality, which I like.
Yeah.
So
Maybe a sense
yes.
maybe a sense to get called up.
Oh yes, Asensio as well. Asensio is what right or left? Yeah,
Actually, I
he's
told
a,
him.
he's a right winger.
I think he plays more as
He's
a right
right. He's
winger.
right.
Yeah.
Right, we can see you. We Asensio. Look, Ferran Torres, bro. I like you, but I actually believe that Asensio should start ahead of him for now. Um, so we move Ferran Torres to put Asensio at the right because I heard Luis Enrique mention Asensio recently, and he said that he needs to improve a lot, but he feels like he should bring him in into the national team. So
Yeah. So
I put Asensio at the right. And for the left, I put Dani Olmo. I think Dani Olmo is better. Is a better option than than Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres, he needs to come off the bench. And maybe we can play Ferran Torres as a striker. I think Ferran Torres is way better as a false nine than
Yeah.
than a winger.
So
We, as you notice, we don't have much wingers, AD. In Spain, we don't have
yeah,
any prolific winger, anyone that can rip the defense apart. For me, that would be a Dama Traore, but Luis Enrique doesn't want him. Um,
yeah,
um, we don't have any special, but what we do have Ansu Fati, who is very clinical.
yeah.
Um,
So
we
let's
have
go
to
over the
see
forwards in
them.
particular. So how many forwards do you think get called up? So let's start with striker first. I think obviously Ansu Fati is gonna get called up. Morata's gonna get called up. It's kind of interesting.
They got they yeah. There's another center forward that he uses. I don't know. I think it's another center forward. He
Raul de
missed like
Thomas.
a good. Yeah, I think it's him. Raul de Tomas. Him as well. He's a third option striker.
Okay.
And Brian Gill and Danny Olmo should take the left hand side.
Oh,
Brian Gill and Danny Olmo. And then we got Asensio, Ferran Torres
yeah.
with Ansu Fati and Morata. It's not a pleasing striking partnership. But it's not the best attack that Spain ever had, but it's good enough
Oh
because
yeah.
for me,
There's one other player I want to ask you about. Do you think Carlos Soler will get called up?
Soler.
Yeah.
Hmm, I don't know. I don't know.
Wait, what's his
I really
position?
don't know.
What's it like? What's his main position? Do you know?
Let me check. Wait, Soler. Oh, Carlos Soler is midfielder.
Yeah, yeah.
He's from Valencia, right?
Yes, yes. I believe he is from Valencia.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe he can be a backup option there.
Yeah. So yeah, this was a it's a pretty interesting Spain squad. Like I said, a lot of the players are very young. There's not really
There's a
many.
mixture. There's a mixture of young and experience,
Yeah.
which I really like. And
So
if both if Jordi Alba gets tired, we sub him off with Jose Gaya, who is young
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
If
Now
we if both no if Busquets get tired, we sub him off for you for
Rodri,
Rodri. Pedri has an off game, we sub him off
Gavi,
for like Gavi or another veteran
Thiago.
midfielder. It's but the thing I'm not worried about Pedri getting injured because yeah he tends to last long in these type of tournaments.
Yeah.
Again, Ansu Fati, bro. I want him to have his World Cup moment. So we have Dani Almo. For me, he's really good when it comes to like yeah, he's very good with those long shots, and he can dribble and stuff. He's very interesting. Yeah, he's a decent player. Asensio, you have been a brick, and it is what it is. But we don't have much options because both you and Ferran Torres are awful. So we'll take you. We'll take both of you. So maybe they both of them can push each other for that starting position, and they can perform at a high level.
Yeah.
But for me, Spain's biggest weapon is that midfield and then their defense. I think if the midfield is working fine, then Ansu Fati is gonna cook. Dani Olmo is gonna cook. Asensio can also do well, and Ferran Torres as well. But
Yeah.
for me, these players are not all that like insanely talented. But for me, the guy that makes the most out of them is Luis Enrique.
Yeah. So
You know,
now to round things off, what are your expectations for Spain in this World Cup? So remember, Spain is in the group by Germany, Japan, and either Costa Rica slash Australia. I'm not sorry, not Australia. Sorry, New Zealand. So what do you expect from the
all
group?
right. I think Germany is a fantastic team. I think they're gonna top the group with Spain coming in second.
Ooh,
Right?
interesting.
Yes, and the thing is, with the when it comes to Spain in this World Cup, we're going all the way.
Yeah.
We're going all the
Right.
way.
So let me.
I
So let me.
fully believe in these guys.
So yeah, let me tell you the round of
I'm not
16.
lying.
So if you guys do come second, you'll face a group winner, which could be either be Belgium, Canada, Morocco, Croatia. So
Yeah, if we meet Belgium, Spain can definitely beat a Belgium, and they can definitely beat a Croatia. And it can be anyone in those areas. It's all
yeah,
about getting the game plan executed
yeah.
perfectly,
Let me
and
see the
our players
quarterfinals.
putting away our
Let me
chances.
see the quarterfinals, which Spain can get against. Let me go and check that real quick. I wish there was a way you could like. It's like a bracket. There might be like some kind of bracket. Um, okay, 2022. Here we go. I found it. I think it's the bracket I got here. Hopefully this is reliable. I found like 2018. Okay, so Spain. Let's see. Let me make this a little bigger. We'll just look at this briefly, real quick. So this is from NY Post. This is actually for a USA thing, but we're gonna look from a Spain point of view. Let's go look at this right here. Where's Spain? Okay, where the heck is the bracket? I swear the image was here. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So Spain. So let's see. So they could potentially face in the quarterfinals. Oh wow, a Spain versus Brazil. Oh man,
We're
that would be crazy.
waiting. We're definitely beating Brazil. I don't care what these Brazil fans say. We're beating them. We're taking them out.
Okay, wait, hold up. That's if you Spain top the group. But if Spain don't top the group, then where's 2E? Should be 2E. Where the heck's 2E? Like 2E, it would then face Belgium, but most probably, most potentially, and then in the quarterfinals you could play against Portugal, Uruguay.
You know what? We have a tough road ahead.
Yeah. So do you think Spain can beat Portugal and Uruguay?
No, Portugal for sure because they're not. Is their manager still there? The
Yeah, he's still
defensive
there. Yeah,
merchant.
he's still there.
Okay, then no problem with
What
Portugal.
about Uruguay?
They have fantastic players, Portugal, but they're not utilized properly.
What about Uruguay?
Unlike Spain, Uruguay, it's very difficult. It's not gonna be easy to tiki taka our way through Araujo.
I think Spain can beat Uruguay. To be honest, they've been kind of on the decline recently. They kind of
Yeah, they
struggle
have
defending.
been, but Valverde and Araujo, like these two kids, bro, they play like if they're 30 years old.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
They
Yeah,
give them
Uruguay's gonna be very difficult because that's gonna be a low scoring game. Let me just say that right now. Spain Uruguay, that's gonna be a low scoring game. Um,
yes, very defensive.
yeah. So let's
Body's gonna
just
break them down.
so let's just say this: if you guys potentially beat Portugal Uruguay, which I think you guys are very capable of doing, you guys will face in the semis potentially the winner of England versus France. And if England versus France happens and you play France, oh man, that's gonna be crazy.
Revenge for that robbery they gave us in the Nations League.
Yeah.
Mbappe, you were offside.
Yeah. What about England? Would you be excited to face England?
England. Ah, yeah, I would because you know how England makes you hype.
Yeah. Man, that's semis, man. That's gonna be really crazy. I think for me personally speaking, as of today, as of May 24th, or whenever this is gonna be uploaded, I do think Spain. I think I'm gonna say semis for now. That's where I think. I don't think you guys have enough to reach the final, unfortunately, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I think that's gonna be a
and
bit of a
for
stretch.
me, I believe that they with a little bit of luck, our player is just going crazy. Maybe we have a secret weapon, Morata.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm joking, but yeah, but we can bring him on as a super sub. I'm just super optimistic. That's all I can say, and because it's mainly because we have Luis Enrique as our manager,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he's
So,
he's different. He's different.
yeah, let me ask you. So, what do you expect? So, for me, I'd say Spain should at least be quarters. I'd say quarters minimum, in my opinion.
Yes, quarter is minimum, but I believe that they can go far.
And
At
when it's
least semis. Now, if they reach semis, the fans are gonna be proud of them because they're a young developing team. With some veterans as well,
yeah, I think semis would be a good
and
achievement.
we'll see, bro. We'll see. I think they have enough in the tools, and we need that. I think Luis Enrique needs to bring Diego Aspas. We need to bring him in. Like I want that extra security in that center forward. Like in
Oh
case Ansu
yeah, I
Fati
forgot about
doesn't
Iago
work out.
Aspas.
Yes, if Ansu Fati doesn't work out as a striker and he has to play as a winger, then we need that
Oh yeah,
striker that is very
yeah. Do you
very good
remember?
on the ball.
Yeah, do you remember Iago Aspas? I think he saved Spain in the World Cup before. I think it was against Morocco. He scored that crucial late equalizer. Um, because I think if he didn't score, I think Spain would have been knocked out. I think so. Um, Yeah, that was really important, man. And what an equalizer that was. I think it was against Morocco. Ran the disallowed goal, and then VR gave the goal. Um, so
We'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out. I'm very confident with this Spain national team. It's not as special, but once again, I'll repeat it again. Luis Enrique, he knows how to get the best with what he has.
yeah, one final question.
That's all I can
So
say.
do you think? So do you think Spain will win the World Cup? It's a yes or no question. Be honest here.
Hmm. Yes, we can. We have. It's a possibility. It can happen. It can happen. I believe they can do it.
All
Yes,
right,
we can win the World Cup.
all right.
Other teams can win it as well, but Spain has the ability to do it.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see. Like I said, I think Spain will definitely be one of the nations to look out for in the World Cup. So I guess this wraps about it for this video, guys. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video, guys. Like I said before, guys, for me personally, I'm expecting Spain to at least get the quarters. Semis is kind of where I have them for right now, max. Maybe they could reach a final. I just think that a final is a bit of a stretch for this young national team. But who knows, man? Maybe they might get to a final. And let's just look at this. Let's entertain the possibility. So if they do make the final, I believe they can face either Netherlands potentially, Argentina potentially, even Germany, even Brazil potentially. Like
I believe France is not gonna make that